up, real odds and evens? Welcome to Guitar Jam and Practice. Ask anything you'd like. Can you hear me all right, real odds and evens? Guitar picks. I don't like that pick right now. Kind of getting my fingers limbered up. I haven't played in a while. All right. I'm just getting my fingers limbered up and getting ready to rock and roll there for a little bit. I wanted to touch again on this little subject of these eight. I'm trying to get myself over here where I belong in this thing, but I want to keep going with this E shape and A shape chord shapes. I just think that if people can see the pattern and see where they're working from, especially if they have any type of any type of knowledge as far as the guitar at all, if they're playing at all, then this is a really good way to work with what you know. So most of us learn these big box chords right off. We learn those. Let me get myself situated here where maybe y'all can see a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Whoops. Yeah, zoom that in there just a little bit for you, but I think everybody kind of has a really good idea as far as people that's already playing their bar chords. And to not get too far in the weeds, I mean it's the reason why this is a G is because this note right here on your E string is a G, and if you make that bar shape, that E shape right there, that's what that's referred to out of the cage system. That would be referred to as your E shape bar, whatever, it's a shape. If you know this shape and you know these shapes, then you know that's the only shapes that, I'm not saying it's the only thing you need to know, but if you know this shape, then it's real easy to identify your marker, so to speak. Like that root note is obviously a marker, but anywhere once you see these patterns, anywhere within there that it might musically fit is open game. It's just knowing where the sound is found. And this, you get taught, okay, that's great. That's 2 octaves of your, minor pentatonic scale for G. But anywhere you had anywhere you was making that shape, that pattern doesn't change. It's going to stay the same. You'll just be on different strings, but there'd be an A. And the only reason why it's an A is because I'm starting there on that A note, and that's where my A shape is for my bar. That's where my A chord is for my E shape right there. But anyway, and back over here in the G land or any land, you could put it anywhere because the shape is the shape. But knowing that this is a G, this is a G, this is a G, and then I missed it, but you have your major scale and you have your pentatonic scale, you have your major pentatonic scale, you have all that's in these, that's up there. But what I have found that opened it up for me the most in the past, little bit is finally getting a hold. Hey, cheers to you. I see you, Pay. Cheers to you, and I see real odds real odds and evens. Tonight I'm good vibing and hanging out and jamming. Gonna make sure that I recognize everybody in here. If you're in the chat, say something and I'll make sure to get to you and say hi. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask me something. But first, I'm gonna just let this be known so that the world can know. So any haters that want to come in, the answer will already be said. I am not a guitar teacher, nor am I a professional guitarist. All I am is a man that wants to try to show people some things that's helped me, because I just love this instrument. I do this because I just absolutely love this instrument. I love what it does for me. Not only just loving the sound of it, but I love to I love to just play it, and I also love to share what little bit I might know. So, with that being said, I'm wanting to show you these couple this evening. I wanted to just keep touching on this E shape and A shape right here. Last night I had some technical difficulties getting started, and thanks to my chat room and the people that was in there, they helped me get lined out and help me get squared away. And I hope I'm coming through as far as sound. I hope everything sounds halfway decent. I don't have it set up the same way as what I would if I was just going to talk to y'all. I got it set up so that I can play my instrument. Hopefully it sounds okay. But getting back to this simple little, well, I say simple little pattern. It is a simple little pattern once you see it. But you got your E shape and your A shape, and you have, let's say you have a 1 4 5. That's a very common, a 1 4 and a 5. So right here, that it doesn't even matter to me what key it is at that point. At this point, it's like, okay, it's a 1 4 5, and if I know that my 1 chord is right here, whether I know the name of it or not or can identify, if I know that that's the 1 chord and it's a 1 4 5, then I know that it's going to be right there. I know that those are going to be my chords. So that takes the mystery out of, like, when somebody says, hey, I want you to be in G, or I want you to, it'll be in D, or it'll be there's families for those chords, and there's common progressions that come along with them, and we'll get into that as we go forward, maybe in the future. But right now, I'm taking into consideration that maybe everybody knows their bar shape fairly well, and they know how to make that A shape there for that bar shape there, that's your first basic, I guess, bar shapes you're going to learn, and they'll travel you everywhere you need to go. They'll make every chord they'll make whatever you need to make if you learn to apply them where they go. But now, okay, all that is this, your open G lick, right? Right? Same exact notes, same exact everything. But instead of being stuck, you have that to run to, which is the same exact lick. It's just about getting used to your timing coming out of it to hit it, because you're just going 1 2 3. It's a 3. You're coming up 3, and then the next string down, which is your A, which puts you on a D note, and then you're just 1 2, and then the next string down, which puts you back up to octave, your G. And that pattern will be the same pattern whether you're in A, B, C, G, whatever it is. If you're working off of that that shape right there, that will be, that's the same as what your open lick for G is up here. So you get to start seeing how you can start marrying those shapes into your playing. So you have your 1 chord. There's your 4 chord. Now let's talk about this one. Hello, model, or model. I'm not sure. Lori Ann. Hey, it's nice to see you. Good vibes. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. This evening I was going over some of these things that I had touched on the other day about the E shape out of it would be out of the cage system, but for guitar, and the A shape. And we're throwing good vibes and probably going to sing some songs and everything. And we have a show through the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, called Good Vibes with Guy and Shine, where we share music. We also jam some, and we have comedy and commentary. But most importantly, it's always respectful, and we come at it with good vibes. But we talk about a whole array of different things. But this evening, I was just trying to get on here because I play my little guitar about every evening anyway. So I was just trying to get on here and just get to talk about something that I love, and share something like this with people, and hopefully maybe it can help unlock something for them. I just know how it is. It takes tidbits of information along the way, and then finally you get enough of those little tidbits to tie together, and the next thing you know, you got a little something. So, but hey, I was in Echo's interview. Oh, okay, great, okay, excellent. Well, it is awesome to meet you. I'm gonna, I'll get you, because I always like to, I add everybody's a moderator that I know is good vibes and I know is part of my community. One, because when I look over and I see it's blue, I don't have to worry about what's going on. But two, that's my way of saying I respect you. I'm glad you're here. Always good vibes. And it's just also my way of just being able to put it out there to people that we don't do it kindergarten style here. If somebody ever just wants to be foolish or nasty in my comments, I don't do the whole thing. I'll take your blue away and you can earn. No, man, we'll just get you gone, and then we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff no more. So just know that that's why that I do that, and I welcome you, and I thank you for being here. And I'm glad that we met through Echo's spot, because that was cool to get to share with her and just hang out. And that's really what it was getting to just hang out and get to share, which was cool. So shout out to Echo. I appreciate you having me again. Thank you. But out of this E shape, now we're down here this A shape. Now, what makes this a C chord is this is your C note right here on your second string down, third fret up. That's your C note. So when you bar this, that makes that a C chord. Because and we could go deeper into why and all this kind of stuff, but the only thing you need to know is because that's your C note, and you're wanting to play a C chord, and then you also have a C down here on your G, which you have your triads that you're going to want to learn, and we can start going into them too at some point. Which this little triad, which is just the G and your B, and then your E string up here, those played together as a C triad. And then, but you can see where I found it. It's right in there where your C chord's at. So you got your C chord, and then right there's a piece out of that, which is also a C chord. So just a little side note. But off of this, you have this root note. Now remember what I said. Each one of these patterns off of a root note, for the most part, is going to work exactly the same. So we had that on our big box chord, our E shape, out of the G, playing in a G chord. Right? We had that. So I said it off of your root notes, you're going to have the same pattern. So, So now we're back. You see what I'm saying? So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to octave. And there's your octave. You're back to C. So you started with C, and you end it on a C. See what I'm saying? But if you just marry it to it's same thing. All right, let's try it off of the C down here. So you got 1, 2, 3. Now this is where the only little spot that it changes up, which ain't a really big deal once you just kind of get used to it. Instead of it being, 1, 2, 3, and then with your pointer finger coming down, instead of it coming down right there, it comes up a half because of the way the guitar's tuned. And that's back to G. That's a G note right there. But that would be your that'd be your eighth fret up right there. But off of the you can finish the pattern. Once you get to there, then it's back to the same exact thing as it was. It just has that step right there, which you have to just get used to. But it actually is kind of cool because it's really ergonomic with your fingers. Seems like once you get used to it, it just kind of works the way that it is. But you have, and then we have one more to make our 5 chord, which is our D, right? So off of this is our D note right here. 2nd string down, that's your A string, 5th fret up, that's a D. So off of this D, let's see the pattern. 1, 2, 3. Then you step down to the next string down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're back to another D. So you can see, where that you're working right back in to where you're starting on that root and you're ending down there. Now you don't necessarily have to. I'm just showing you the completion of that octave in this particular. That's representing that D chord, that reverb. Now if you're playing like a bluesy thing. Hey, Gen X, what's up, brother? Brother Clint in the house. What's up, man? Now, if you're playing in the G, say you're playing a G out of G major, and it's a 1, 4, 5, a G, a C, and a D. Or you can have C7, D7, G7, but it's all that you can use all them chords. All them kind of come into play. You'll start picking up on something. But anyway, out of this you're in a G. Well, if you're in a 1, 4, 5, then we were just talking about this pattern. So, right, we're back to the G, the octave, right? But look what happens if I just bar now. That is C. You're down here at this C. You're down here in your C. Now you can do a E over C, which makes that a proper C chord, right? So right? So you can represent that C right there, and it's already under your fingers. Or you can finish your phrase. You can be finished with that phrase and then keep going to something else. Or you can just keep walking up the scale. This is what I was trying to say, is if you're in the key of G and you're playing 1, 4, 5, well, it doesn't matter once you know what key it is if you want to just stay in the key and rock some stuff out and just wail some stuff off. Right? So if you're not wanting to try to keep up with the chord changes and all that, or you're struggling a little bit, or you can't get to it, or you haven't fit. What I'm trying to say is, once you know the key, you're safe in that key. So if you get lost, say you're trying to jam and you get lost, as long as you can find your way back to home, which was that G, if we're starting in G, then you can work your pentatonics all day long in a G, C, D, progression, because the tones they're gonna go. Now some are gonna sound better than others. But what I'm trying to say is that's how you see people able, when somebody just starts jamming and just start playing stuff, and you're like, what the heck? Why? Well, one, they've probably played a lot of music, but two, they understand that, okay, if he's starting in G, and they hear what you're doing, and then they're like, okay, I see where it's at. And all they're doing, well, I can't say what they're doing, but I can tell you what I'm doing when I'm first listening to somebody jam a song or somebody playing something. Then I'm kind of just trying to get a feel for that particular rhythm, that, like, what they're accenting on, and then I'm identifying my chords. To be real honest, I'm identifying spots and just kind of checking out my fret and just kind of getting my mind wrapped around. If it's in a C, then I'm just kind of getting my brain, I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around where my C's are. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Elevated Einstein, what's up, my man? What's up? You know what I'm talking about here. These patterns will unlock the world for you in some ways. If you've reached plateau moments, I know for me, this little eye opener for me sure did help a few years back, and then realizing that all you're doing is just chasing these chords. You're chasing them chord shapes up and down the neck. It's the idea of just knowing and that's another thing is, once you know the shape doesn't change from chord to chord. You're just moving your fingers. But the what you work out of it and the intervals that you will need, once you have them under your fingers will almost know. Like, I mean, I know that sounds maybe just a touch little bit dumb, but once you get your hand position proper, I think it was Guthrie Trapp that pushes it so hard. But man, what an outstanding musician and guitarist. But hand position, because he's like, man, if you have your hand position right, it's like when you come down into the next, it's automatically puts your hand, in the proper way. Now, I'm nowhere near. Guthrie Trapp is the kind of guy that I'm looking at and trying to and reaching for, like, one day maybe, that kind. But we all have to have those people that we look to and say, man, I'd love to be able to do that. And you just keep trying, whether you can ever do it or not. You just keep trying. That's the fun of it. You just do it. Triads are in the scale patterns as well. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you're 1-3-5. Once you start breaking them down and understanding that a 1-3-5 is all it takes to make a chord, then you start looking at this big old box chord. Would you rather do that whole big chord, or maybe all you need is that little bit of it? Maybe you don't need all of it because you got a bunch of other instruments playing with you. So it really does come down to breaking them down into smaller bite-sized chunks that you can, manipulate around your fretboard and understand where, like, I take it as, like, my triads, I know them very well as far as the ones that I know, and obviously you can figure them out pretty simply once you understand them. But, like, I treat them as just another, like, I try to play songs when I'm practicing. Say I am doing G, C, and D. Well, then I'll take G, C, and D, because that's a G triad, that's a C triad, that's a D. Proper chords. So if So you can take those triads and treat them as if they're the big chords and identify them all over the fretboard, and then you're chasing them around. Hey, Doug the Pogan guitarist, that's another outstanding musician, guys. If y'all love to hear guitar music and just good hardcore jamming, I encourage you to go check out Doug the Pogan guitarist, man. He's an outstanding individual. He's been good to the community and good with everybody, and just an outstanding person. So just go check him out. He's another good musician, but he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Doug, I was going over with them, man. If you're working out these shapes right here, your E shape and your A shape, and that was the only two I was going over, but what I was showing was how to instead of, which is great, that's 2 octaves of your minor pentatonic for that shape, wherever you're at. I just happen to be on G there. But I was showing that, and then that's another thing I need to show you, the minor side of that. So if you're working out of the minor, if you're wanting to work, it's the same. Let's come down here to A. So we're in the middle of the fretboard. Right? You know what I mean? So you can, instead of being stuck in these little patterns trying to do it, you have now like major, and it's the same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and you're back to octave. It's just the same all the way across. So once you can see these chords and start, you don't know, like I know like the G chord, like how to make the proper, G chord with your fingers and stretch them all out all crazy. But I don't worry about that. I just worry about knowing that, okay, right there is where, right there is where this would be, and then identifying it. And that's what I encourage you, is like, I'm not gonna reach up there and play all those like that, or have my fingers in a way where I can play I'm just not going to even worry about trying to do that whole thing. I worry about what I can get the sound, where the sound's coming from. And when you're playing along with other people, you don't necessarily need to hit the whole, you don't have to strum all 6 strings anyway. That's not, you don't have to. That's just too muddy. You just want to. But I just wanted y'all to see that, and that is not just out of those shapes. I just was showing you those shapes so you would be able to see, like, your 1, your 4, and your 5. It's right there. So once you know, if you know that a song's in a 1, 4, 5, and you can find the first chord out of this E shape, then you can find the rest of it. Whether you know what the chords are or not, if you know where to hit that, where to find that first one at, as long as you know where that one's at, they'll always be in that section. If it's a 1, 4, 5, you're obviously going to run into when they're not, but that's one of the more common. And if you're starting to learn, that's what I would go with, is something blues, something, where but they take the basics and just eat it up, and that's what the blues is, just a lot of it, not all of it, but it's just nice and slow and steady, and just they're speaking with very few notes. They're just taking little phrases, and it's about timing and about nuance, and just like, B.B. King and his, being able to do his, nobody could do it like he did, and be able to get that vibrato, and that's a B.B. King thing. I mean, obviously everybody can do it their way, but B.B. King had his way, and it was unique to him, and it made a sound for him that was unique and signature. that vibrato, man. But he had it. He had that particular thing and other things as well. But and I can't even change chords myself. Yeah, man, but that's a cool little pattern, guys, and that's off of any root note. Any root note. I was showing you those patterns so you would have a reference. But any root note that you know is if you're working out a C and you know where it's, then that pattern's gonna work that same off of there. It's gonna be the same. And now when you're down here where your B string's at, then I don't do nothing but just reach down with my middle finger right there and grab it, because if you reach down with, you're too low if you reach down with your pointer finger, so that's where the pattern changes for you. Then you're back to your root again. So like all those, like for example, guys, this is that simple pattern working, like we all know this song, or a song that's familiar that sounds something like this. That's a fun one to just sit and bang around on. Hey, Jono Genius, what's up, Doug the Potent Guitarist? Lucy Bourne's World, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Got 7 in the house. We've been trying to go over, just having some good vibes anyway, but for anybody that happened to stop in, we were just working through some of these chord shapes. Actually, the E and the A shape, and I was just showing a pentatonic scale out of them that you can grab for, so like if you're in major, or if you're in minor. And that's just staying in the key of the song. I wasn't doing no chord changes, not doing any, not doing anything other than staying. Yeah, man, getting it going. But yeah, we were going over those E shape, A shape, and the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, back to octave. It's the same pattern off of that every time. Other than when you get to your B string, you gotta adjust because of the way the guitar is tuned. But other than that, yeah, man, good to see everybody. We'll get to jamming here in just a second. Get me a drink here. Shout out to you, Animal26. Good to see you in the house, man. The hat is awesome. Thanks, man. I've had it actually sitting around for a long time and don't wear it too awfully much, but I like it too. I usually just have it kind of hanging back here on my chair where my other guitars and stuff are at, man. But shout out to Lucy Bourne's World, Doug the Pogan Guitarist, Animal26. If it's your first time here, welcome. This is Creating Change. Right now, I was just hanging out, doing good vibes with everybody this evening, showing this E shape, A shape out of the, well, it would be out of the cage system, but it's a chord shape, and then how to find that particular pattern right there in either the minor or the major, so that it would maybe unfree some folks that are stuck. I mean, that's two patterns of your minor pentatonic out of wherever you start. There I was in G, but if I was in it, same pattern all the way through, and I was just showing a pattern that kind of works the neck and helps get people working down the neck. So like in your A, it helps get you out of right there in that little box. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with all this stuff. There's a world of stuff within that box. I just know for me, once I realized just how much of that opened up on my guitar, then it was like, holy mackerel, because when you come down out of here, hey, what's up, Brother William? Man, I was going back over this, and I think I got my sound halfway okay this evening, so I didn't have to fool with it for 45 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong. But if you look at this pattern, now that we've went over it, and you start, if we're in A right here, and you look at the pattern, you come up 3, and then you come down to your A with your pointer finger, all right? And then your 1, 2, and then down to the next string, which is your G, back to, or your A, back to octave, starting on A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're back to your A note again. So what I wanted you to do was, okay, now that we're down here at this A note, okay, if we just bar the rest of these, well, we're making the top end of this bar. So we're already representing there. And if we just go ahead and set that finger down right there, then that's a proper D. That's just your inversion of your D. Yeah, man. that little pattern right there works off every root note. Yeah, Animal 26, if this is your first time here, I try to make sure that everybody that's throwing out good vibes and being cool and and everybody in here that you see that's blue, that means that they're just awesome people, and they're probably content creators too, but most importantly, they're just outstanding members of the community, not only my community, but any community that they're a part of. And I turn everybody blue because then that helps me know who's in the comments during my show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with Sean, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We encourage you to come by, where we share music, comedy, commentary, community news, and we have a whole array of things, but it's always good vibes and always respectful. But I try to make everybody blue. That way you have an opportunity to network and go see other people and see other stuff and everything. And I just play it like this. If I blew you up, then that means that I'm just showing you that immediate respect out of because I see you're good vibing. And if somebody ever wants to be dumb like that and I'm not going to take the blue away. I'll just not have them back. I'll just block them, and then we ain't got to worry about that. But fun and comedy and all that kind of stuff, always welcome. I'm not saying that we're not. I just like to keep my comments and not have nasty stuff and nobody being negative. I just like everybody laughing, having a good time, or asking questions, or just visiting with everybody. So just so you know, that's what it's all about. And on my channel, we have a show, Good Vibes with Guy and Sean, 11 to 1 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Eastern Standard Time. And then I also have done my first upload to podcast, Creating Change, Guy's Time. It's a podcast situation where I'll be doing a lot of different subjects, probably some music and some different commentary, and just doing myself and just having fun and sharing with the community. So welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Enjoy your visit. Enjoy everybody here, and just know it's always good vibes. That's what it's all about for us, man. There's enough negativity going on around the world. I'm just trying to sprinkle in just a little bit of not so negative. But I think that's one pattern, guys, that if you and same way with the minor. So like if you wanted to work your minor chord, if you was in a minor chord and you knew that it was there, right there's your barred A or your barred E, then you would just start with your ring finger on there, and you can hit the full step behind it too, from G to A. And you want to stay away from that major third when you're playing in a minor key, because that's what makes it the difference. Is if you listen, here's a major, here's a minor. You hear that? You hear that? Yeah. But then here's a major. You hear that it's a little happier. So when you're playing out of a minor key, then you would come in from behind that A note. And the only real difference under your fingers is the fact that you're starting on, you're starting on behind it right here. But once you see the pattern and you look at it, it's the same thing. It's just a little, you just have to, but there it is. It's 1, 2, you're on your A note there. The G note works as well, which is your 3rd fret down. So you can see, you know what I mean? And then you slide up, and if you look, you're right inside where you just act. I know I'm hitting it way too hard. I'm just trying to show y'all what I'm doing. That's music, man. You're saying something. You're saying this. Yeah, it's just a minor. But hey, man, well, shout out to you, Animal 26. If Brother Williams says that you're a good dude, then I welcome you with nothing but respect and good vibes. Always, always. But I appreciate. I'm stuck on my wheel got stuck on something. Daggone, I couldn't roll there. I was about to flip this daggone Cadillac out from underneath of me, guys. How about we sing us a song? I ain't sang one yet this evening. I said I was going to get a drink there a little bit earlier, and I never did. Not alcohol, guys. I drink the hard stuff these days. Sprite, Mountain Dew. Pepsi's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I gave up drinking a few years back. Not that I'm not a negative Nancy on it or anything. I don't never go at anybody like that. I just think as long as they're behaving themselves, not acting ignorant and being foolish and using alcohol as an excuse to do dumb stuff, then as long as they're responsible with it, I'm cool with it. I just don't drink it no more. But I do like my sodas, which I don't know if they're any better for you or not, but they taste awful good. But anyhow, yeah, I got some new sodas in there that my wife picked up. Sometimes I like the new stuff, and then sometimes I just soon have like with Sprite or with with Mountain Dew. Now I like the other little flavors and stuff, but like if I was going in the store and going to pick one out, I'm going straight up for I want the leaded Mountain Dew, good old Mountain Dew. But that's just me, and I know it's not good for me, but I could be doing a lot worse. I do like my juices though, and I love chocolate covered fruits. I ought to make these people pay me for even shouting their name out, but True Fruit, them bags of True Fruit, the frozen, and my throat's hoarse, but them frozen fruits that you get that comes in a bag, they're expensive as they can be. You can't hardly afford them, but you get like chocolate. They're dark chocolate or red. They're white chocolate and dark chocolate over top of they got strawberries and they got blueberries and I just ate a bag of raspberries. They're so good. And when I say ate a bag, I ate the whole bag. It says there's like 4 servings in it, but I don't know. It must be small people wherever they come from, because it ain't a 4 serve. But anyway, yeah, they got raspberries, and they also have bananas, and they have I can't remember. I can't remember what and all the other ones are. I think that might be about all that they have of them, but they're all good. I like them. I eat them. But they are expensive. They're not they're not something that you can afford to, once you eat them, they're gone, and then it's not like I just go get more whenever I want. I just eat them, and then, when Courtney goes to the grocery store, or we go to the grocery store, or whatever again, then I might get me another bag or two, and then we'll eat them, and then when they're gone, because you can't afford to have them all the time. You'd have to. It would cost me, at the way that I eat them things, it would cost me $500 a day just to be able to snack on them. Because they give you them little old baby bags, and they say there's 4 servings in them. I ain't never found 4 servings in them. And I've opened several bags up looking to see. I ain't never seen none with 4 servings in them. But that's what they say is on them. I guess if you could break it down into 4 servings, it would be great, but I can't. I just eat the whole bag, and then I just have to go without for a few days. I get it all at once. I have a banana Hey, bananas are awesome, man, especially for like potassium. You know, if you ever have muscle cramps or something like that, sometimes it can be from having, needing some potassium in your life. But yeah, nanas are good. I like them. They're not my they're not my absolute favorite. I guess my I like strawberries, but I guess my favorite's raspberries. I can sit and eat a tub full of them daggone raspberries, and if I can find them growing and can pick them, I pick, and blackberries. I love blackberries too. Um, I just think they're delicious. Now I'm not a big blueberry fan. I'll eat them. There's nothing wrong with them. They just ain't very. To me, they're not very tasty. I know they're outstanding for you. They're great for for other stuff, just to be good for you. But as far as it being my favorite flavored fruit, it's not. It's okay. But my favorite flavor, I guess my favorite fruit would be raspberry, uh, uh, blackberries. Uh, I like plums too. Plums are really good. Mm. Yeah, I like me some plums and grapes. Grapes are delicious. I love some grapes. I don't know if I'll be able to sing a song. My voice is hoarse for some reason. Oh, guitar sounds pretty good this evening. It seems like. Is it coming through all right? Yeah, I like cantaloupe too. I might just play because I don't know. Do I know the song "Paradise" by John Prine? Oh Lord, I don't know. I mean, I might would William if I heard it, maybe. But I doubt I could play it. Um, I know you. I know you can. I know you can jam. It must be a pretty good tune. Let's see. Yeah, try to think. Might try to sing one. See if I can. Have to cough a lung out. Mm. Mm. Oh, then I'd say if I heard it, you're talking about C, F, and G. This little old pick I got, man. That's why you don't you can't hardly use a flimsy pick if you're gonna try to cross pick anything. It just won't. That little clicky, that little thin pick, man. I was trying to just a few seconds ago. I was gonna try to do it for just a second, see if I. That little pick just wouldn't. It just wouldn't let me grab. Wouldn't let me. I can't. Yeah, getting that cross pick now. Getting that cross pick, William, with that. Hey, brother. Hey, brother Doran. What's up? The Source in the house. I encourage anybody that hasn't been over to see the Source. Outstanding member of the community and doing everything he can to try to push others up, trying to grow his channel and help others grow their channel as well. I encourage you to go support him. I don't have anything wrote down because I'm kind of on a different little setup right at the present time, but go check him out, the Source, man. Just a great dude. Even though he is from Hawaii. Aloha, my friend. Glad to have you here. I encourage you guys to go support Doran. He does a good job trying to help everybody, and if you have any kind of questions, he'll do what he can to help you, and he has his live and just hangs out, and he's a good dude. So, thank you. I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you being here. I would run the little thing, but like I say, I'm not set up the same. I'm kind of set up the same, but not really where I'm sitting at. I'm not. You live in Maui? Yeah, hey man, shout out to you. I tell you what, I love my mountains. Don't get me wrong here in the Appalachian Mountains, but I've never been to Hawaii. I'd love to get to come over sometime and just see what it feels like here. I've never been. I've heard it's awesome though. Even through you, a hill guy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody coming on and hanging out with me for a little while this evening. I love doing the guitar thing, and I wind up getting carried away and being on a lot longer than what I really intend upon. But that's okay, because it doesn't really matter. I can stay on as long as I want, but I do have to get up in the morning. Do have to accomplish some things. So. Guys, I appreciate everybody being here. I thank y'all for coming by and giving me some of your time. For those of you that are new, Animal 26, man, I appreciate you coming by and giving me the chance. That's the only way us as small content creators get an opportunity to introduce ourselves is to have somebody give them a chance and stop in at a live or come see a video. So I thank you for that. I can't say it enough that means a lot, and that's what we're all about. I appreciate that. And anybody that's in here that you see in blue, then they've been here and they're just outstanding people. So I encourage you to go support them and go check out their content and just meld right on in. You'll blend right on in with good vibes and just good positive stuff, man. And there'll be people willing to reach back with the same in return. So guys, I appreciate y'all being here. We'll be on me and Sean. Excuse me. I'm sorry about got myself choked, strangled a little bit there. But me and Sean will be on Friday, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We were on this morning. Had a great show. It was fun. outstanding to get to hang out. Brother Sean had a little bit of earache. I done sent up a prayer, and I think he's going to be over that already. But if not, we're praying for you, and I hope that it just goes away. And I appreciate you, guys. I appreciate every one of you. Have an outstanding evening. Behave yourselves. Don't get in any kind of trouble or nothing, because bail ain't cheap anymore these days. And if you got a record like mine, you probably don't get no bail. So doesn't matter how much money you have at that point. But anyway, just playing, guys. Happy Wednesday to y'all. Be safe. I'll be seeing you guys Friday morning at 11 o'clock, and probably tomorrow. Be going back through and probably going to break down a little bit more of some of this guitar nerd stuff, and just enjoy it and have fun. And whoever wants to hang out, cool. That's all it's about anyway. If you don't like guitar, I don't blame you, but you might accidentally get to hear a jam that you like, and I'm going to see about having some jam tracks ready to pull up and show you some applications with these patterns that are very useful, that you don't have to be Mr. Lightning Fast or anything like that, because music does not add up to fast. If the song's fast, then that's what it needs, but it's not all fast. Just a good, slow, steady, and most importantly, just controlled sound, and understanding the intervals that you're working with, because that's all music is. It's a dance between tension and release, and that's when you distill it all down, that's all it is. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but understanding how those sounds work underneath of a tonal center, understanding how that noise sounds against that. That's key. So I encourage you, if you're going to practice, just throw you on a backing track at whatever key, and then listen to what works, and also listen to what doesn't work, and take note. Like, okay, and you'll find that the notes that don't work, then they're probably going to be uncomfortable to hit anyway, or you're going to have to come at them from a weird way if you're starting things off right and you're going about things right. But one note is just a note. One note in space, or you just sitting down and jam. That's great to do. It's great exercise and everything if you're practicing scales and things. But if you're not putting it against another sound, then you really are losing the chance to get to play the dance between those intervals and have fun with the scales that you're working with. Because until you put it against something, it's just a scale. Once you can put it against something, now we're making music. Now we're having fun. But yeah, Laugh Out Loud America, you like that, man? Yeah, I haven't been wearing it too much, because once I start wearing one, I kind of ruin it. And it's kind of truck driverish, but I thought I'd just rock it, Doran. You know what I mean? It was just like, why not, man? It's not, it's this part right here that's like, it's like blocky. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels so big and square, but I don't care. I don't care. Once you get to my age, you just don't even care anymore, man. It's about, it's about the hat. It's just, looks good. That's all that matters. But yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate you noticing, man. It's usually sitting back there against my mantle, or hanging up on. My dad built them chairs back there, back when I was just a boy. I think I was about 8 years old when he built them. So they're about 40 years old. He built them in the outbuilding with his tools out there, and he built a set of them, of kitchen tables. I don't know if y'all can see if I can. Oh, my guitar's in front of it, man. But yeah, man, my dad made those chairs, man, right there. I remember helping him carry them in from the barn when he got done. And my mama and him done the covers that's on the top. And obviously that needs to kind of have a new fabric and stuff put on it. But they're still solid. You can set on them. They're just as solid as they ever were. But I got distracted there. But yeah, it usually sets on that chair right there. On the corner, but I went ahead and rocked it this evening. Why not, man? I'm just like that, man. Yeah, but hey, shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all here. Absolutely, Doran. Blessings is shine better than anything they make nowadays. Hey, I tell you what, I remember my dad out there doing them chairs. Like I say, I was just a kid. Uh, but yeah, and they're still here, man. And there's been a lot of hind ends set down in them. But they're still there, and he done it in a uh, in the old barn that was out behind the house in the evening times when he got home from work. And me and him, we'd go out. Well, of course, I say me and him. I'd go out there with him, and I'd be playing with something or running around doing whatever, and he was making chairs. And then, of course, I'd do enough so that I could claim that I helped a little bit, but I really didn't do nothing. I just was out there in the way, probably asking questions that he probably would rather not have to answer right at the present time. But yeah, that was pretty cool memories. I'll never get rid of them chairs. There'll be a hind end. If there'll be a hind end, welcome to sit in them for as long as I'm alive. Because that's what my dad built them for, was to set in, and I just like having them, and I still set in it. Still got, let's see, I think only one of them so far has gotten broke, and it was from somebody trying to lean back and broke where the seat goes together at. But yeah, it was, yeah, that's the only one I still got. Uh, I think four. I think, or no, let's see, I got five of them. I think he made six of them, or maybe he made four of them. I can't. I don't know. I have to ask him. I think, but I know that one got broke, but we might have fixed it too. That might be why that I'm thinking that. But I think he might have made four, and we fixed the one where it got broke. We fixed it back, maybe, or maybe Daddy fixed it back. I can't remember now. But anyway, yeah, Brother William, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. And thanks for letting me, know that you also knew Animal 26. That always helps me just to know that, like, hey, that's awesome, man. So shout out to you, Animal 26. Always good vibes. I appreciate you. William says, God bless everyone. I say right back at you, Brother William, and I concur. The Source in the house. I encourage any of y'all to go visit him. He's doing an outstanding job in trying to build up his community and trying to help you build up yours as well. So I encourage you to go check him out and see what he's got going on. I don't have all the details of everything, but go check him out and see what he's got going on. Just a cool dude. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all y'all being here, man. My throat's kind of getting a little bit on the iffy side, but Lucy Warren's World, thank you for being here. Another outstanding member of the community, and just here and hanging out and throwing good vibes all the time. John O Genius in the house. Brother Gen X, Doug the Pogan guitarist, man, another outstanding guitar player, as well as Brother William too. Elevated Einstein, he's a friend from the street and a friend on YouTube, but he's also a friend from right down the road here. So shout out to you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, and I really do appreciate the support, man. I do. When you get it from people that I know you don't have to, and I also know that if I wasn't doing something that was worthy, you wouldn't. So I just appreciate you being here, man. Actions speak louder than words, and definitely in that case. So thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Elevated Einstein, shout out to you, man. Lucy Warren's World, Doug the Pogan guitarist, man. Just all fine individuals. Everybody. Gen X. Okay, Modell, yep, Lorianne. I don't know if I'm saying that correct or not. I'm just going to say Lorianne. Because I don't know if I'm saying the other part right. Pia, or Lee, Real Odds and Ends, another outstanding community members. All of you guys have just been outstanding members of the community, and I appreciate you. I'm not tech savvy. Hey, I feel you. Animal 26, do not feel bad at all. But I'll tell you this. Just a little FYI, if you don't already know, if you're talking about finding the source, just go right there to his picture and hit it, and then it'll say go to channel, and it'll go to his channel. But that's one easy way that you can find it, just so you know. I'm just letting you know that's how you can do it. That's the advantage of being a moderator, is you can get to people's channel. I don't know if you might already knew that anyway. I'm not trying to say something. I'm not trying to say anything make like to insinuate that you wouldn't already know that. But if you didn't, I'll just let you know that's one advantage of it anyway. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming and being and just becoming a member. You're now here with us, and it's just good vibes, and I appreciate it, man. You're now forever blue, and I just appreciate you being here, man. That's how I know that it's members of my little community and just good vibes people, and don't even have to worry about the comment until I need to get to it, and then I can get to it. Don't have to worry about nothing. I know everybody's just having fun. Okay, you did know that. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, cause I'll be honest with you. People were turning me into moderator back a few months back when I first got going on here, and I had no idea why. I was like, "Well, I don't even know what I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what to do." And then finally, uh, I guess told, what it was and all that, and man, was like, man, daggone it. That's why. And so, yeah, that's why I was throwing it out there, because I didn't know there for a little while, and I can't even remember who it was now that filled me in on how what what I could do, and then I was like, well, no kidding, man. Well, that sure did make it easy. Um, without commenting on it and try to figure it out. I don't really know. I don't know. You could go to his community page maybe. But you can figure. Yeah, yeah. He'll get to you. He'll definitely get to you if you do leave a comment on one of his videos. He'll definitely get back to you and let you know that whatever. But definitely, man. But hey, I appreciate you just wanting to reach out, because I encourage you to do that. He's outstanding. Everybody in here, anybody that's a content creator in here, I would push them up. Just trying to do good vibes and do themselves. Be you. It's YouTube. That's the beauty of it, guys. It's YouTube. I say it all the time. I choose to do things on my channel because it's my channel. But I don't never have no problem with what somebody else wants to do on theirs, because my thumb has, I can flip. If I don't like it, I can just flip on past it, and anybody else can too. Uh, and that's just, that's the beautiful part of it. I mean, there's some stuff I don't like at all. Like, not necessarily y'all, anybody here, but I mean, like, things you'll be flipping through on YouTube and you'll come across, and it's like, I can't even believe this foolishness gets anybody even here. But that's fine. I don't care. I don't have to stay there. So I just keep on doing it. And that's kind of why I do it the way I do it, is because I just like taking up the space the way that I do it. Hey, God bless you all. Very cool and respectful community. Hey, thank you, man. We appreciate that. And that it takes all of us for you to be able to say that. You as well. So just know that, man. Thank you. It's all of us that make this thing up, and that's what makes it awesome. Is seeing people come together like I have. I have literally Animal 26. I have, and I'll stop running my mouth and get off here. I know I said I was, but I'm that guy. You can't ask me a yes or no question, and not that I won't give you a yes or no answer, but it still take 10 or 15 minutes to get there. But anyway, yeah, man, it's just one of them things. Forgot what I was gonna say, but Animal 26, it does it goes back to like just having that good vibes and everybody and coming in and seeing people. I have literally seen people during our good vibes show in the morning come in and maybe have something heavy on their heart, or maybe not feeling good. Or we have one community member, and I'll just say their name because they've all what the quack. We're still praying for you, and I hope that everything's going good. And I just wanted to say that out loud because I just thought of you, and you had shared with us that you weren't doing, that you were sick, and I just want to just put that out there that we're thinking of you, and I look forward to you being back in the chat. But I've seen people come in and have, maybe not be feeling well, or maybe maybe just be down, like maybe not depressed, but maybe just feeling dumpy that day, or just not feeling good, and then express with everyone that maybe they're having a tough day, and then everybody just jumps in and starts pushing them up and holding them up, and then the next thing you know, before they roll out of the chat, they're making a joke, or they're having fun and laughing it up, and that's, man, that's real to me. So that's just the way I feel about it. It is just YouTube, but it's also real people that's on the other side of it, if they choose to be. I know you got your bots and you got your ignoramuses that want to be ignoramuses. That's fine. But there's also real, genuine people out there just want to maybe hear a good message, or share a good message, or just be a part of something that's a little bit bigger than themselves, which this is a little bit bigger than all of us, because it takes every one of us to make it. So, guys, I appreciate you guys. Always good vibes. Stay strong, stick together, and just have that little sense of community. And just know that anytime that you stop in, I encourage you, anytime you want, always be good vibes. We got good vibes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, AM. And then also do these evening time things here. And I also started a little podcast situation this past week, and going to be putting more material there. And I'm also going to be sharing a lot more songs to my page as well. So, I appreciate you being here. I'll be putting some stuff out for you to enjoy, and hopefully, just build my channel up as best I can. It's what I started it for, was to just start my little YouTube journey and just see where it takes me. And that's what I'm doing, guys. As I see fit and can grow and change, I share it with you guys, and anything I learn, I try to share it with you guys. So, guys, y'all have a great night. I'll be seeing you Friday morning at 11 o'clock. Y'all behave yourselves. And just good vibes, man. Good vibes. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I might be on tomorrow. Actually, I will be on tomorrow about 9 o'clock for another guitar round. And like I say, we'll work on something, maybe a backing track, and we'll show a few little simple ideas working out of those shapes, and how that you can start applying it to your own playing music. Because once you start putting these scales over top of a chord, now you're making music. You know what I mean? So, guys, good vibes to you guys. Everybody have a great night. I'll be hollering at you later. Hey, Will, I'll text you here in just a little bit, man. Y'all have a good night.
Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy Bandy told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might, so I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run.